Hello everyone, A.M.R weather here, and today we will be discussing to see if potential tropical cyclone 4 will form into the Gulf of Mexico as Debby. And here we are at the sea surface temperatures. You can see in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, some of those temps still at 30, but mostly 31, if not 32 degrees Celsius. That is bath water here. That is over 10 degrees, that is what required for a tropical development. And if we go over here, maybe even starting to peak into 33 by Tampa Bay. Who knows? And here we are at the GFS model. Let me wind it back to where we are currently. You see the GFS has it there, just starting to get some tropical storm force winds, but not quite a low-level circulation yet. Then you see as we go into early Sunday morning, it has finally gotten itself together with a low-level circulation and starting to get some more of those tropical storm force winds, but only on the eastern side. So probably affecting southern Florida. I don't really know what cities are around there. And then as you see, as we go into 12C Sunday, which is around the afternoon, it gets way more up into those winds. You can see those reds and yellows getting into 55 knots, which is like 65 miles per hour. So I don't know if we'll have that. I'm not expecting that, but who knows? That could certainly happen with those warm sea surface temperatures. And you guys know what happened with Beryl. That was totally unexpected. So for anyone who lives in the vicinity of Florida, don't put your guard down. Keep your guard up. This is not something to just monitor, but you should have already be prepared if you are not. Anyway, as we go in later in the model, you see they haven't making it landfall as a medium to strong tropical storm, somewhere around Tampa Bay, which is kind of rare. And then you see later in the day, they have it going back into the Atlantic and strengthening even into what looks like a Category 2, perhaps maybe even a Category 3, and making a close attempt at a landfall in the Outer Banks around Wilmington. And if the trough, moves away, maybe. But I don't know what I'm saying. I am not a meteorologist. I am just some random 14-year-old. And then you see they have it moving out, getting actually even stronger out when it moves out to sea. And let's take a look at another major model. The European has it. Let's see. This is as of, today actually. Late today they have it getting tropical storm force winds, but I would only say that for gusts. I don't think that would be for sustained. And then you see they have it getting that low-level circulation together somewhere around Saturday morning, actually, which I don't think will happen. That will have to be some very fast intensification for that we would not expect. And then you see it gets itself together better. There's that low-level circulation. And then as we go into the 5th, there, finally, it gets its tropical storm force winds over portions of Tampa Bay. And then it looks to make landfall somewhere around Cedar Key as a weak tropical storm. So just mainly focusing on the rain, maybe a little bit of storm surge with this, and you definitely can't rule out an isolated tropical tornado. And then you see they have it making it out into the Atlantic, and that's as far as it goes. And then the last model we're going to be taking a look at is the Canadian model. You see they have it here, currently at the 155 around above Cuba, actually, more near the Turks and Caicos, which is not where it's at right now. And then you see that they say that the low-level circulation will actually form really early tomorrow morning with tropical storm force winds. So who knows? Could we maybe have a tropical storm just as this comes off the coast? I don't think so, but I definitely can't rule it out. Then you see they have it making a close pass by to the Keys. So the Keys will have to look out for some of that gustier winds, maybe 60, maybe even 70 miles per hour. But I wouldn't say that. Some storm surge and a lot of rain, a couple inches at least. And then there they go. Look at the whole southern part of Florida in tropical storm force winds. So you can't rule out any, isolated tree branches falling, stuff like that. And then it makes its way up towards Cedar Key, a little past, as a strong tropical storm, and ends up making landfall a little east of Apalachicola, and then has it going inland, and going out to sea, and perhaps maybe, dare I say, strengthening again, out to sea. And here we are at the wind shear. Let's take a look. You see those reds, yellows, oranges. That's that heavy wind shear that will topple those cloud tops and prevent it from hopefully strengthening. But as we go in, you can see it has some wind shear, but it looks to be reflecting it as it makes landfall and even as it crosses. So who knows? You definitely can't rule it out. And then let's go. Let's see what's next. The rainfall totals. Let's take a look. So this is when they have it making around landfall. And look at those heavier totals near North Carolina. Almost 20 inches. I don't think that will happen. That will need to be a landfall if that were to happen. But who knows? Maybe if we get some outer rain bands there and it stalls, that could definitely be a possibility. But we are going to take a look at this infrared model. You can see the blacks, reds. Those are those heavier cloud tops. On the southwest, you can see those starting to just build up, and on the northeast too. So, it's definitely looking better than it was yesterday. But you can see there's really nothing in the middle because there's no low-level circulation yet, and there is certainly nothing going to be happening over those mountains there until it moves off. Here we are at the National Weather Service's page with NOAA. Earlier, they designated it as PTC4, and let's go take a look at it. This is the cone of uncertainty, my tongue's tied. Sorry for you folks listening to this. They have it becoming a tropical depression sometime later today. Do I see that? No. And then continuing in, and then finally forming as Debby late tomorrow night. So could that happen? Yes, I think that is definitely going to happen sometime tomorrow. We will get Debby. That will be the fourth system of this year. And then makes landfall as a strong tropical storm around Cedar Key, comes back out and strengthens near North Carolina, where that huge cone of uncertainty is. And you can see they have tropical storm watches and warnings from Miami to the Keys, all the way up to Tampa and Fort Lauderdale. Oh, I can't speak. Oh my God, Fort Lauderdale. And then you see the rainfall models again. This is another rainfall model. This is theirs, which I think is more accurate. You can see tiny portions of northern Tampa Bay getting 8 inches. So if the ground is already saturated from all the storms, then yes, that will cause a flooding issue. Same thing with, look at Charleston, 6 inches. Wilmington, 4 inches. Let's see. Savannah, even in 4 inches. Tallahassee, 4 inches. Jackson, maybe 5 inches. And you see Key West, that could also get up to 4 inches. So we can't rule out some minor flooding. And lastly, we are going to take a look at the wind speed probabilities. So you see, there's, for the Florida Panhandle right now, 30, maybe 40% chance. But as you look off the coast, it goes up to 50, and I bet as we go through the next outlooks, this will only go up more and more. So I just want to say thank you folks for all coming in for my first ever video. Sorry about the way I was fumbling my words. This is my first time making a video in a while, and I appreciate all of you watching, and please stay safe and always be prepared.